Time now to take a trip to the past. It was on this day 120 years ago when Orville and Wilbur Wright took flight for the first time. The brothers silenced skeptics when they staged their first successful powered flights on December 17th, 1903. It was near Kitty Hawk where the Wrights made 4 flights that day. The longest lasted almost a minute and covered 850 feet. Aviation history is fascinating, and Wisconsin has a part in all of it as well. Yesterday, the Kelch Aviation Museum south of Brodhead unveiled a new piece to their collection, the only airworthy Aeronautica LB from 1936. This morning, we meet up with an aviation historian to hear about the Wrights' impact. We're here now at the Kelch Museum with aviation historian John Dorsey. John, thank you so much for being on the show this morning.
It's a pleasure.
So we're talking about the Wright brothers. It's the 120th anniversary of them taking flight in 1903. Tell me, beyond just that story, there's got to be some hidden mysteries and secrets that people just don't know about. Tell me some of those stories.
Sure. Well, we'll start actually back in 1899 in May. That's when they wrote a letter to the Smithsonian. They were looking for background information on solving the problem, manned-controlled powered flight. They got a whole package of information. It filled up one envelope, and from that little humble beginnings, that's where they started. 4 years later, they were flying.
And how monumental was that?
It was huge, Kyle. It was bigger than the invention of the computer. Yeah, we've gone 120 years. We've gone from sticks and fabric to metal and high speeds. It's unbelievable.
And it goes without question, we're here at the Kelch Museum, and just nearby in Beloit, there's a story about Wisconsin's first airplane ever bought in Beloit, just nearby.
That's right.
People don't know about that.
They don't. Yeah, A.P. Warner was the local person there in Beloit, bought the airplane, first person to buy an airplane in the country. Came in boxes, he put it together and flew it without one shred of training.
Just went up and flew.
Just did it.
All right, so I mean, the Wright brothers are obviously a monumental piece of aviation history. But there's got to be more stories about history. Where else can people go if they want to learn more about aviation history beyond just the Wright brothers, which everyone knows about?
Sure. Well, of course, we've got a number of museums. Kelch is a perfect example. We've got the Aviation Heritage Center in Sheboygan, the Mitchell Gallery of Flight in Milwaukee, and of course the big one, the Air Venture Museum in Oshkosh.
I've been there.
Yes, it's a great place to go. The Wisconsin Aviation Hall of Fame has 158 stories of individuals just like the Wrights that have a Wisconsin connection. Great place to go if you want to know the rest of the story.
The rest of the story. Thank you so much. We'll have to leave this story there. John Dorsey, thank you so much for being here on the show today.